All right, so you've seen us put together some rifles now, and now it's time to put them to the test. We shot them a little at Isaiah's place, but now we're here with Nick, who set up a couple of mock stages for us. Mark and I have never shot precision rifle, you know, NRL, PRS, that kind of thing before. So we want to try it out with these rifles we kind of purpose-built for that sort of thing. And Nick, you've been so kind to show us the ropes out here. We're gonna do some demos just to get Mark and I actually prepared for the movements and things that we're gonna have to do. But what do you think, Nick? Are we gonna be able to do it?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm glad the fog cleared up.
The guns are accurate enough. I'm eager to see sort of when you actually put them into some sort of use, the ergonomics of them, how everything runs together when you're a little bit under pressure.
Yeah.
I'm eager to see how that sort of how they play out in that scenario.
Nope, it'll be great. Before we get started here, Nick's going to give us a nice little tutorial of how to maybe move through some of this stuff, and should be super interesting. Can't wait.
So how I would start, let's say that I'm going to shoot that 500-yard IPSC. First thing I would do is if I have multiple targets, I'd have my scope already doped for the range that I'm shooting, at least for the first target, so that I don't have to mess with it on there.
Okay.
Make sure that the parallax is set properly, have it on magnification that's appropriate. Just do a quick overcheck. I don't have my chamber flag in the gun. I have my mag inserted properly. Give it a tap, make sure it's inserted.
Gotcha.
And I have my support bag in hand. So when the RO says shooter ready, engage, I run to the stage, drop the bag on here, nestle the rifle in place. I spread my legs out, square up to my target. I extend my arm forward. You can do this in a couple of ways. I like to reach forward up here, grab my bag and the rifle.
Okay.
Lock myself into place, lock your legs out. You'll find that you're really steady right away. So really push in with your shoulder, and then once you anchor down by putting that downward pressure on the scope, you should be able to withdraw some pressure from your shoulder, and that rifle will just smooth out.
Mark, see what it's like.
So try to bend everything at the waist, keep your legs locked out. So if you need to spread your legs out further to do it, go ahead and do it.
Gonna bend right at the
haunches. There you go. All right, so you guys want to try it by bringing the bag up, setting it on there?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say shooter ready, you're going to say ready, I'm going to say engage. You're going to run up, you're going to put that on the barricade.
Okay.
You're going to close the bolt, you're going to dry fire once, open the bolt, close it again, dry fire again.
Okay.
And then you're going to move to this spot and repeat the process. 1, 2, here.
All right.
All right, look good. How'd you feel as far as your wobble goes? Did you feel
Yeah, I felt pretty smooth.
Okay, good.
I'm sure there's some
I see
fine.
you locked yourself into this bag really well too, so that was good to see.
Now, one thing, Nick, I want to ask you. So I saw Jim, and I think he's got a leg up on me with his bolt manipulation. Like I'm more just a hunter, Jim. So, I generally, grab it like this with my pincers, right? And it seems like you guys are very, I guess you have a little bit different process
It
there.
kind of just, honestly, it's going to be feel, and from shooter to shooter, they're going to do it differently. I've seen somebody just grab onto the whole bolt. I tend to just to use the tips of these fingers right here.
Okay.
So it's really just whatever works better for you to manipulate that bolt faster and smoother.
Shooter ready.
Shooter ready, engage. All right. The 2 notes I'm going to make right away. As soon as you got on time, thumb shelf went away.
Okay.
You're after your thumb.
Good to know.
And your trigger squeeze.
Yep.
When you squeeze your trigger, when the shot breaks, you should keep your trigger pulled to the rear until you know where that bullet went.
Yep. I know that's something that I do not do.
Yeah, it's a really
Ever.
good practice to get into, because as soon as you move your finger, you're manipulating the rifle. Even if it's a small amount, it doesn't take much.
Okay.
A couple of ways you can attack it. There's kind of like the frog method where you squat it down behind the rifle, and then there's one where you kind of land on your side.
Okay.
Really depends on the height of the rooftop and the angle of the rooftop for me.
Okay.
But I'll show you both. Getting yourself on target, closing your bolt. The other method would be laying sideways. And this one I'm able to extend my arm forward further. So this is what I typically try to use if I can. Yep.
What do we got going on here? So
I would still run my thumb around the outside.
Oh yeah, right.
And I would reach forward. If you can only reach the scope from this position, then go up here.
Okay.
If you can extend all the way forward and grab up the bag and the rifle at the same time, it does usually stable you out a little bit more.
Okay.
So just go ahead and try to feel both. So I want you to try it this way too. Instead of having your hand down the side, wrap this hand like this.
Okay.
And that way you can push forward and down at the same time.
Gotcha. Oh yeah, that's way better.
You look good.
I feel more stable than I did on that thing. Yeah.
All right, now try on your side, see how that feels. What do you think? Which one do you like more?
You know, honestly, I like both of them. I can't, it's hard for me to choose. I almost think I like the first way better.
Then that's what you should do.
Yeah.
All right, well, grab the rifle and come down here, and I'll start you guys off. And we'll just take, let's say, 2 shots at 3, or 2 shots at 4, and then 2 shots at 5, and we'll call that your position. Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Engage. 2 shots at 4, 2 shots at 5. How those feel?
I think the last shot would have been a hit, but it was a little bit looser than the other ones. I rushed it. But they felt good though.
You know why I already think I'm gonna win?
Damn it!
Because your stinking thumb.
It's that hunter's thumb.
Well, the other thing that the hunter's thumb can screw you up on is when you're moving, when you rotate your gun, you can have the tendency to do that,
Sure.
to tip it. And if I tip my gun like this, I'm missing left.
I'm not used to having a thumb shelf. This is a new addition.
You looked rock solid the whole time. Follow through was perfect. Your position looked great. Give you a thumbs up.
All right, now our good friends from down south are probably going to give us crap for this because surely everything is uphill both ways, way more humid, 200% humidity and way hotter. But see, we got basically every fan under the canopy rolling down here for today. It's supposed to get up to about 90 with maybe close to 100% humidity today. For us Wisconsin boys, we're about to melt. Nick, what's stage number 1 here?
All right, so we're going to start on the PRS barricade. And I'll probably have you start at 400. Well, why don't we actually just run a PRS barricade real quick, because we want to get your guys set up behind your rifles, feeling what it's like shooting your guns, watching that impact. So let's do that.
You want us to take some practice shots?
Yeah, might as well. Actually, I'd love for you to dry fire your guns off the barricade.
Okay, we'll dry fire. I don't want any practice shots. All right?
You ready? Go.
Okay.
Does it feel pretty solid for you?
Feels pretty good.
All right, you ready? You ready? Engage. Typically, we would do a PRS barricade at about 400 yards on about an 8-inch piece of steel. We don't have an 8-inch piece of steel at 400 yards, so we're going to go to 500 yards and use the IPSC. It's much closer representation of what it's actually still a little bit more forgiving than you normally have.
Okay.
So, but you guys, this is your first time doing it. I think that's perfect one to go after. 4 positions, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Got it.
2 rounds from each position on that 500-yard IPSC inside.
Is there a time limit in terms of like if we don't finish it in this amount of time, it's like, dude, you tried?
This is a very typical tiebreaker stage. So the way we would do it is I'll start the clock, we'll get that rolling, and I'm going to time you guys. Now, if all or both of you hit all 8 shots, the person with the shortest time gets it.
Okay. All right, so 2 shots from each position at 500 on the IPSC.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Shooter ready?
Yeah.
Engage. Impact! Impact! Open bolt. Good. Alrighty. Drop the mag. Alright, Jim. Did you see your group though?
It's all kind of in one spot, isn't it?
He killed it.
All right.
Who's going to be the time rememberer?
Pretty exciting first round there.
Actually, I'm just
Feels
gonna go
good to
ahead
get back
and
into the swing of a little competition. You get the heart rate pounding, you know, up there a little bit. Felt good about my shots, missed one. Let's see what Mark does.
All right, Marco.
Does the shooter understand the course of fire?
I do. So we're at 3, 4, 5.
500 yards, IPSC.
Okay.
4 positions, 2 shots from each position. Timing you, don't miss. Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Engage. Attack! 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 Attack!
That was a little rough. I think for me, like with the time component, it's like, well, you got to shoot sometime. You know, it's not going to be perfect, and obviously not super perfect.
Well, I personally think, I could be wrong here, you guys need to switch guns and try with each other's rifles. Really,
Should we try this stage one more time?
I would love to see you guys both do it. You
Let's-
use Mark's rifle and Mark use your rifle.
Let's do it, Marco.
We're going to swap and do this one.
I would
We'll
love
do it one more time quick, yeah.
Heck! Heck!
Really?
You see where they went?
Nope.
They went left. Heck! 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 Alright, so you did drop 2 shots, but you sped your time up dramatically.
What was my time?
142. So you shaved a lot off your time.
Yeah.
I mean, that was, what was the last one? It was
201.
201. That's a lot of time, Jim.
This trigger is pretty nice.
Quite
Try
well.
mine out. I want to see friggin' burn it down with mine. I
Well,
bet you'll.
I'd love to do that, Jim.
Shooter, do you understand the course of fire?
Yes.
Shooter ready. Engage. Attack! You get very little wind right now. A little bit of right to left. Attack! Attack! Attack!
Well, Mark, what'd you think?
A little dirty, not a clean run. It's funny, just those little mental errors and those habits you get into, like just wanting to cycle it and go,
Yeah.
and then
What'd you-
obviously that's not something you want to do.
What'd you think about my gun? That's what I really wanted to know.
I really liked the gun. I felt like I got used to the trigger kind of through the run.
So a good way to start this out is before I call engage, you're just going to take note of what you think the wind's doing the whole time. Just,
Okay.
Okay, is it laying flat? Is it standing back up?
Pretty lazy right now.
It's pretty lazy right now, so when you run up there and get in position, just before you go close the bolt, it's a good idea just to take a quick note of what's happening,
Sure.
close the bolt, and use that wind. Jim, do you understand the course of fire?
Yes, I do.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Engage. Attack! Attack! Go on the floor.
Now this thing gets hard to stay on after a while.
Impact!
Woo!
Good shot. Clean run for Jim.
Well, you didn't make it look that hard, Jim. I can tell you that. That was pretty.
Thank you.
Impressive run. That's a tough act to follow.
It is.
Thank you. I'm eager to see what you can do, Mark.
Shooter, do you understand the course of fire?
Yes.
Shooter ready.
Yes.
Engage. Impact! Impact! Move to forward. Impact! Impact! Nice correction. Go to 5. Impact! Impact! Go up to 6. Impact! Impact! Nice one there!
We got him. Slow and steady, but we got him.
Wasn't that slow?
No, I actually think that you went faster than I did.
I don't know about that, Jim.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. I feel better about that one.
It's 1-1.
That was good.
That was
We need to come up with an impromptu third stage to break the tie.
Easy. So we're gonna have you shoot 300 from here,
Okay.
okay.
400 from here,
Okay.
500 from here. You grab your stuff, come back around. 700.
700, he says.
Shoot, understand the course of fire.
Yep.
Shooter ready.
Yes.
Engage.
Dang.
Impact! Nice one, Jim.
Woo.
Good shooting, Jim.
Thank you.
300, 400, 500, 700.
3, 4, 5, 7. Okay.
Just like math.
Shooter, understand the course of fire.
Yes.
Shooter ready.
Ready.
Engage. Impact! Impact! There you go. 400. Impact! Impact! Good. Impact! Impact! 700. Watch muzzle. Good boy. Impact! Impact!
Woo!
Nice run, Mark.
Thank you. That felt better.
That was good.
You do feel yourself progressively starting to get it, you know, and a lot of it is just, it's so mental. Like, I feel like this is a very simple drill, I'm sure, for a lot of you guys. It's mentally taxing.
It is meant for that was a good run.
You did good, Mark. You did it in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. A little bit longer. You hit all the targets.
Now,
And I hope you feel now that the extra money spent on your rifle was well worth it.
well,
Because you beat me. Well, there you have it. Mark and I have now shot some kind of PRS, competitive style stages, and we have a lot of work to do before we'd ever probably be competitive. But we can be competitive with one another. Mark took the old victory. He went 2-1 today. I went 1-2. It was a lot of fun, but it sounds weird to say. Mark and I never never thought we'd be fancying ourselves some long-range competitive shooters, but here we are. Thanks everybody for tuning into this, and hopefully it gave you some ideas into maybe building your own gun or having it built and getting out and shooting off some rooftops and PRS barricades. Who knows?
Awesome.
That's that. Thanks everybody.